Hello everyone, how are you? Breaking news today. India is home to 1.4 billion people, but around a billion among them don't have enough money to spend on any discretionary goods or services, a new report estimates. The country's consuming class, which is effectively the potential market for startups or business owners, is only about as big as Mexico, 130 to 140 million people, according to the report from Bloom Ventures, a venture capital firm. There are another 300 million emerging or aspirant consumers, but they are reluctant spenders who've only just begun to open their purse strings, as click-of-a-button digital payments make it easy to transact. What's more, the consuming class in Asia's third-largest economy isn't widening as much as it is deepening, according to the report. Which basically means India's wealthy population isn't really growing in numbers, even though those who are already rich are getting even richer. All of this is shaping the country's consumer market in distinct ways, particularly accelerating the trend of premiumization where brands drive growth by doubling down on expensive, upgraded products catering to the wealthy rather than focusing on mass-market offerings. This is evident in zooming sales of ultra-luxury gated housing and premium phones, even as their lower-end variants struggle. Affordable homes now constitute just 18% of India's overall market, compared with 40% 5 years ago. Branded goods are also capturing a bigger share of the market. And the experience economy is booming, with expensive tickets for concerts of international artists like Coldplay and Ed Sheeran selling like hotcakes. Why global stars like Coldplay and Ed Sheeran are hitting India? Companies that have adapted to these shifts have thrived, Sajid Pai, one of the report's authors, told the BBC. Those who are too focused at the mass end or have a product mix that doesn't have exposure to the premium end have lost market share. The report's findings bolster the long-held view that India's post-pandemic recovery has been K-shaped, where the rich have gotten richer, while the poor have lost purchasing power. In fact, this has been a long-term structural trend that began even before the pandemic. India has been getting increasingly more unequal, with the top 10% of Indians now holding 57.7% of national income compared with 34% in 1990. The bottom half, meanwhile, have seen their share of national income reduce from 22.2% to 15%. The latest consumption slump, however, has deepened amid not just a destruction in purchasing power, but also a precipitous drop in financial savings and surging indebtedness among the masses. The country's central bank has also cracked down on easy unsecured lending that propped up demand post the COVID pandemic. Much of the consumption spending of the emerging or aspirant class of Indians was led by such borrowings, and turning off that tap will definitely have some impact on consumption, said Pai. In the short run, two things are expected to help boost spending: a pickup in rural demand on the back of a record harvest and a $12 billion tax giveaway in the recently concluded budget. It won't be dramatic, but could boost India's GDP, largely driven by consumption, by over 0.5%, says Pai. But major longer-term headwinds remain. India's middle class, which has been a major engine for consumer demand, is being squeezed out, with wages pretty much staying flat, shows data compiled by